Thank you, Wazim. I just wanted to acknowledge the head table, even though the protocols have already been done. I just wanted to say to the MD and to Mrs. McTurk, to David Ali and Wazim and Matthew Cox. It's really a pleasure to be here, and I'm really grateful to be considered part of the family. Before I get into the small speech, which is just going to be about 10 minutes, I wanted to speak on behalf of the diaspora, particularly in reference to the RBL bank robbery, which was a stunning blow to us within the diaspora. And I remember when I checked my Facebook page and I saw the breaking news, I immediately, because I feel very connected with PGS, so I immediately started dialing phones. Now, who had the time to answer my phone call at that time? In retrospect, now I realize it was an effort of futility, but it was because of I understood how passionate this management team is about protection. And it has really been a pleasure to be a part of the PGS family. There's an image that is etched in my mind forever about the RBL day, and it was when I saw a rank escorting a hysterical bank employee. For us in the diaspora, that will forever say to us, we can trust PGS. PGS is proactive. PGS cares. PGS is cutting edge. So I want, before we start anything about the address, if you can give yourselves a round of applause. I feel honored to be here. I feel honored to be a part of the family. The MD alluded and introduced what I have to discuss today with you, and that's on feedback. But I will use the angle of communication, the whole process of communication. A company like PGS hires persons from all walks of life. All walks of life, persons with different experiences and different interpretations. And so the critical element of the feedback process is how well we communicate. Communication is without question the most valuable skill any manager can possess. Communication is the emotional glue that binds humans together in relationship, both personal and professional. The ability to communicate is what connects people and others within the organization. To be skilled at it is the heart of any company's success. One such feature of the communication process is feedback. Feedback, you saying what's on the ground, you communicating with management. And good feedback does not just happen. It's not something we pull out of the air. It is a process that has to be cultured and nurtured. It is the product of careful, deliberate communication strategies. Feedback is vital to any organization, especially and particularly when managing internal customer cohesion. Internal customers are co-workers and colleagues, yourself. You may say to yourself, but why are you using the term customer? Because customer service is an attitude. Our traditional views of customer service is one of a static position, such as a desk. But now we're trying to introduce the concept of customer service as an attitude. And so internal customers like yourself, colleagues and co-workers, have to be able to give feedback to each other. You have to be able to talk to each other and help each other, because that's really the basis of the strength of PGS. For example, if a particular instruction is given, like Very simply, because I'm in a security company today, if an instruction is given, deliver a weapon to a particular location, and that instruction is not carried out, and no information goes back to the person who gave the instruction that has not been carried out, PGS could lose. A client could have a problem. But if you are proactive with your communication and you let the management know that, listen, this bit of activity has not been completed, PGS can get stronger because PGS can be proactive and take the necessary action. It is a team effort, the management of PGS and the ranks of PGS. And what holds the company together is your feedback. Feedback has to be direct, it has to be unfiltered, and it has to be easily understood. And here we have got to look at the language that we use, because many times we find that instructions are given, but they're interpreted differently. And if they're interpreted differently, it means your actions are going to be different. And so we want to use feedback that with language that is easy to understand, it's universally understood. So some of the benefits of feedback, if you use this process correctly, are: one, it improves efficiency and action. Once persons understand clearly what they have got to do, then it means, therefore, that tasks can be completed within the particular timelines and time frames that are set out. A second such benefit is productivity. The rate at which instructions are carried out, the sloth that will sometimes try to creep into any organization, is eradicated when we have a very strong feedback process. And the third benefit, and very importantly, and this of course is the management, feedback helps to reduce attrition. Attrition meaning the rate at which people will leave jobs or not turn up for jobs. If persons, particularly ranks, understand that their needs are being met and met proactively and promptly, they tend to have a vested interest within the company, getting their morale to be at a consistently high level is reduced when their feedback and their needs are met at a consistently and constantly excellent level. So I say to the group here that my task is to assist you with getting some additional information of how to make a good thing better. I think at this point in time, for what I've seen, and I've mentioned this to Mrs. McTurk, there has been great improvements. I feel honored to be a part of this process. I wanted to encourage us. You know, some of us don't usually like to talk. Some of us don't usually like to share ideas. But we are in 2017, and transparency and sharing ideas, it's the new normal. So for some of you who may not be so wired or vested in sharing and giving information, the RBL experience would let you understand so much clearly that you need to be able to be a part of the feedback process so you can be continuously cohesive. RBL says to us that the game has shifted. RBL says to us that we have got to improve the state of security within our country, for we have persons who are dressed like you and I, but who have very grave intentions. And so a company like PGS is poised at this point in time under its management, especially a young management, to take to bring to the table new ideas. But it will take team effort. It will take you holding hands with management and together going forward, together to make us a safer nation, as just a people, and then even as customers of RBL. The RBL activity, and I say activity, raises the profile of PGS. You're very visible now. And so as your ranks work, especially within RBL, know that there are a lot of eyes on you. And you can help your management to help you by really facilitating the feedback process. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for this time. I salute you. I respect you. I respect the time you take to protect us. I thank you for doing a great job. I thank you for keeping our lives safe that morning. Thank you very much.